rising above and overcoming life challenges. It's easier sometimes said than done, but there is a women's forum coming up. It is ready to help and inspire. The speakers this year are Leslie Grace Streeter and Alyson Seligman. Thank you guys so much for being here. I know a lot of our viewers know you from the Palm Beach Post, and you're a very popular lifestyle blogger, but I don't necessarily know that people know about your journey. So let's start there. Tell us a little background.
Well, I've been at the Palm Beach Post now for 17 years, and almost 10 years ago, I married this really awesome guy who I'd gone to high school with, and I wrote about all of that at Palm Beach Post, who are they're your news partners, by the way.
Yes.
And I had to put that.
I like that plug, by the way.
Had to put that. And he and I were doing great. We'd been married about 5.5 years, and he suddenly had a heart attack in 2015. And the road back from that, while we were preparing to adopt our little boy who'd been living with us since he was 6 months old, and having to suddenly restart and rethink of yourself as a widow and a single mother and all these things that were like, what? It wasn't even
a curveball.
A curveball. It was like a baseball to the face, really, with the curveball. It's like they hit you with the curveball and then slapped you with the baseball bat. And basically the idea of having to, I didn't have a choice but to keep moving because I had this little one. My mom moved down to be my parenting partner, move in with me. So there's that adjustment, being 40 years old and living with your mom. And all of this just kind of happened. And I think that people always say, you don't know how strong you are until that is absolutely true. Because how would you know?
Well, Alyson, tell us about your journey.
Sure. Very briefly, about 9 years ago as well, I was about to celebrate my 30th birthday when I started not feeling well. Long story short, within 3 days, I was paralyzed from the chest down. My daughter was 4 months old. We had no idea what was happening. Turns out I have a 1 in a million, so I like to brag that I'm 1 in a million.
You are 1 in a million.
I have a 1 in a million really rare neurological condition. I'm really lucky the doctor had seen one case in 20 years, figured out what it was. And I deal with pain every day, and that it's an invisible illness, but I'm really grateful for where I've come and the journey that Leslie and I will be able to speak about at next week's event on May 23rd.
Love it. We're going to get to that in a second.
Okay.
Tell me though, for our viewers who are listening, what's the one thing, is there one thing that you wish somebody would have told you before the storm began?
That there's no template to healing from grief, that people say, oh, here's 10 steps to healing and there's 10 steps to grieving, and that's stupid because everyone's grief journey and recovery is different. So I would say if someone had said, don't be so hard on yourself to fit some invisible boxes to check that you didn't know about, because you make your own box. And once I realized that my journey was going to be my own and had other people around me embrace that and help me with that, that was the thing I think that was the most helpful to me.
Wow, Alyson, what about you?
And I would say along the same lines that no one can really understand your journey, and most often people move on before you're ready to. Even just a few weeks ago, I struggled with something related to my health because no one else can see it, but my whole body was burning from the inside out. And I was in so much pain, and I look like I'm walking down the street like I have nothing going on. And so not letting other people kind of get in the way of your journey.
I've got about 20 seconds. Tell me ticket details and the date of this event.
Sure. So the event is next Thursday, May 23rd at Manatee Lagoon in West Palm Beach. You can get tickets on Eventbrite. Just look up Overcoming Obstacles. It's the Capital Strategies Women's Forum. They do amazing events throughout the year, and we would love to see people locally come out and support and attend the event. You're going to learn a lot.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank
very,
you.
very just empowering. We appreciate it.